wetlands of Wyoming, and more dinosaurs have been found here than anywhere else on Earth. It all started with the Great Bone Rush of 1877, when two paleontologists, Charles Marsh and Edward Drinker Cope, dug up vast numbers of bones to fuel their fierce competition to become the best in the Wild West. Today, this place still attracts the best. The world-famous Bob Backer's around here somewhere, and if I don't find him soon, I'm never going to get me hands on them bones.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Okay, guys, today's mission, to explore the world of carnivores in the dinosaur world.
And there's only one star for me, and it's this, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Hey, what about me?
That was before I met Lophus.
Oh, what a nice thing to say. Oh, and you only thought T-Rex was a star because he's a big, exciting meat-eater, not like us Parasaurolophuses. But there's no way a herbivore like me is going to point out the shortcomings of a carnivore. Excuse me.
I wish I'd been on that raptor dig in Wyoming with Chris. Some people have all the luck.
I found Bob Backer wandering on the famous Como Bluff, searching for his favourite dinosaurs. Over the years, Bob's come up with some pretty terrific ideas about how they lived and how they might have behaved. Bob.
Yeah?
Raptors.
Cool.
Take me through them.
We're here. This gully, this outcrop of Como Bluff captures raptors. We have snapshots in stone. We have sandstones here. We have mudstones. They record the surging of the rivers. They record the burrowing of worms in the soil. And on those soils we're living packs of raptors, hunting, killing, eating, feeding their young.
Were they the most dangerous reptiles of all time, do you think? The most terrifying dinosaurs?
No. An angry cow brontosaurus charging at a raptor could squash it flat. That's 65,000 pounds of angry motherhood. But the raptors are more complicated. They were more intelligent. Their social behavior was more nuanced. They're more fun to think about.
They're more my kind of dinosaur.
I think
but
so.
this isn't my kind of
No,
hat,
I don't
Bob,
think
so
so.
I'm going to let you have that back. And...
Says he was rushed off his feet, helping all those dinosaur hunters.
Which explains why he's been sleeping like a baby ever since he got back.
Look at him twitch.
He's probably counting dinosaurs like we count sheep.
Did someone say counting dinosaurs?
Oh, we were talking about you meeting up with those dino hunters in Wyoming.
Oh, yeah, that was brilliant. But, you know, there's loads of really good dinosaurs to discover in this country. All you need is a Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Eh? What are you on about?
This water's freezing. Oh, well. I suppose I'll have to find him a fossil. Every day on the beach. If only he'd look himself. Yep, here's one. It's not a fossil, but it'll get him excited.
We was walking along the beach, looking at landslides and the mudslips, where the bedding planes was dropped on the beach. And Jake started digging around a lump in the sand.
What we got? It's a whopping great fossil. What do you think it is?
Running around sort of scrolling and digging at it. So I went across to see what he got, and you could see the end of a bone stuck out of the ground. So we started to dig away together, both of us. And we uncovered this huge bone. What made it special is that it's a bone iguanodon. You don't normally get them that big. And the fact that it was whole as well made it even more exciting. Good boy, Jake.
It's my bone. What would you hope would be the best thing that you could find here? What do you still go out looking for and fantasise about finding one day?
I think a whole theropod skeleton. We learned just a little about them from the island. Something completely new type.
Okay, control I for info. Mesozoic era. Cretaceous period. Access life forms. Hadrosaurs. Hadrosaurs are duck-billed, plant-eating dinosaurs. I want carnivores, the meat-eating dinosaurs.
Those carnivores preyed on the herbivores, but Tyrannosaurus rex was in a class of its own. Whoa, I wouldn't have to bump into him in a dark night.
Yeah, or even during the day.
Tyrannosaurus rex. Tyrant lizard king. Lizard hyptheropod. 12 metres long. With a height of 5.6 metres. Just look at those teeth.
60 of them, each about the size of a banana, but a lot sharper.
So was he a scavenger?
That's one theory.
But another is that T-Rex could run at speeds of up to 40 miles an hour, so he'd chase his prey and catch it.
But he'd risk hurting himself if he fell wrongly.
The teeth were serrated and curved backwards, designed to grip and rip.
Discovered by Barnum Brown. First fossil discovered in 1900. One T-Rex skull, found in 1981, was almost 1.5 metres long.
Big head. Not that I call it big head to its face.
Exactly. We're talking about the largest flesh-eating animal ever to walk the earth.
And one of us is going to travel back in time and meet up with that monster. Which one of us? Brilliant!
Just you be careful.
Yeah, 'cause there's nothing worse than getting on the wrong side of a Tyrannosaurus Rex, especially not if you're a weedy, soft-skinned, sub-adult male mammal.
If you haven't got a bull terrier, don't worry. Of course, you can still find fossils. And one of the best places to look for them is on the coast. Because here, where the rocks are constantly eroded, there's no soil or vegetation covering them. And when the fossils appear, they're right on the surface and easy to see. Lyme Regis here on the south coast of England is one of many good places to look for fossils, and it has been for about the last 100 years. If you're anything like me, when you're looking for fossils, you can get completely carried away. But be careful, keep your eye on the tide or else you could be cut off. And also be careful climbing up any cliffs like this. After all, you don't want to be fossilised yourself. You know, one of the best ways of finding fossils is to team up with a local expert. And here in Lyme, Richard Edmonds runs regular fossil hunting safaris up and down the beach.
The crystals we find are called calcite, and they're very common, but they're very nice.
I found a belemnite, which is 200 million years old.
It's pretty good, isn't it? Scott, what have you got there? What's the best thing you found today?
This is an animal, and I just found it over there.
I found 5 belemnites and one coil of an ammonite.
What about bigger animals, things like ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs, or even real dinosaurs?
No, I haven't found any ichthyosaurs or dinosaurs, but you know, I'd like to find one later on.
How does a fossil form? Well, if when an animal dies and its soft parts are eaten or rot away, it is very quickly covered in mud or sand, its bones may become fossilised. As more and more layers of rock build up on top, they compress the bones and allow chemicals to seep in so that over millions of years they eventually become preserved. Earthquakes or erosion can bring the ancient rocks back to the surface, where, if we're very, very lucky, we might find them. Hi there, Richard.
Hi.
How's it going?
Well, not too bad today, not too bad.
What have you got there?
Well, this is one I picked up earlier on. It's an ammonite.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, well, this is what makes Charmouth really famous. The fossils here are just amazingly well preserved.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Now, tell me a bit about these animals. I know they were squid-like things with tentacles coming out here. What more can you tell me about this particular specimen?
Right, well, they had a chambered shell. They had a big, long body chamber here, which had all the soft parts, as you say, the head coming out at the end. But then the chambered shell running through here was full of air when they were alive, and the air allowed them to float in the sea. If they wanted to sink towards the seafloor, they could pump water into the chambers and they'd sink, like a submarine.
What about bigger things, ichthyosaurs, plesiosaurs? They have been found here.
Yeah, bones are the most common thing, the backbones especially. Each animal had up to 140 odd vertebrae in each back. But otherwise, bits of ribs and so on like that. Whole ones, though, very, very rare. I've been looking for 21 years, haven't found one yet.
What are the top tips then for young fossil hunters?
Right, well, the best thing to remember is that the beach is by far the best place to find fossils. The sea does all the hard work. The sea washes away all that soft mud and leaves the fossils scattered about on the beach.
What about tools, though? I mean, I see you've got your hammer here. Is that about the only thing you need?
Well, really, a pair of eyes, a sharp pair of eyes is the main thing you need. You need to spend your time looking up and down the beach. What's that?
No, it's me. Oh, desperately embarrassing. Excuse me. Hello?
Hi, Chris. Yeah, it's Faye.
What have you rung me for? I'm in the middle of something.
Look, I'm sorry to bother you, but this is urgent. Have I got news for you? There's been a fantastic new fossil find.
Really? Are you serious? Where?
Whitby in Yorkshire. Can you investigate it?
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll see ya. Bye.
Bye. I'm sorry about that. Really embarrassing. They found a really fantastic fantastic fossil, and we're going to
Excellent.
chase off and have a look at it.
Okay.
Thanks
good
very
luck.
much for your help.
Good
Good luck with
hunting.
your own hunting.